But am I doing anything unlawful?
Then we could consider a course of harassment,
Right.
which is based on more than one occasion.
Right. 3 occasions, I think, isn't it? Hi there. Is that? Yeah, I'm just discussing with people about the vaccination programme.
What are you recording for then?
Because I think it's important for the purposes of history and for journalism.
Yeah, but you can't record beyond this door, right?
No, I haven't actually, have I?
Your camera is pointing at my staff.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't.
I'm asking you not to record my staff.
Right, but you said don't go past that door, didn't you?
I said no, you're not recording beyond this point, and your camera is recording beyond this point.
Do you not think that's important to maintain freedom of speech and things? It's like
What about freedom of speech about the comfort of my staff?
I think that's freedom of speech. Like, this is a very important situation, this, isn't it? It's quite historically significant.
I couldn't agree more.
This young lady, who's been very polite, is on the front line of this vaccination programme. I think that she's put herself in a newsworthy position. You know,
she's not comfortable. Do you understand that it's for her?
Yeah. Do you not think maybe? How do you feel about it? Do you not like being filmed either?
I'm indifferent to being filmed, but if
You don't
she's
mind?
uncomfortable, I'm not happy for you to film her.
Okay, that's fair enough. But do you not think that when you take a job like that, that you should sort of like take that into consideration?
No.
Well, I think you should.
You think you have the right to upset and film her?
No, I don't think I've got the right to upset her. But then it's not my fault if she gets upset.
You she's getting upset,
Okay.
and you are doing the filming, so you are upsetting her by filming her.
Okay. Do you think I've got a right to film?
I think you have the right to film in certain scenarios. I don't think you have the right to film this young lady here.
Right. Okay. I think I do have the right to film. I'm pretty sure I also have legally the right to film.
Do you think
Can
so?
my friend just check in, please? Because I appoint
Oh,
please now.
come through.
Right, I'll wait for you out here. Cheers.
Yeah.
Hiya. Are you going for vaccination?
I am.
Okay, how do you feel about it? I'm just sort of like trying to question people and discuss it, you know, and see you know, how people feel about it. Did you get?
That helps save everyone.
Yeah.
That helps save
Yeah.
everyone, isn't it?
Yeah. Because you meet a lot of people who kind of like are happy to encourage people to have the vaccine. I'm not saying I'm discouraging anyone from having the vaccine. I'm just asking the questions because I think it's quite important.
Personally, I've got a mum and a dad that is actually quite vulnerable. So
Yeah.
for me, yeah, it's something that needs to be done.
Yeah. Do you know anybody who's died of the virus?
Personally,
No. Do you know anybody who's had cancer?
yeah.
Yeah. That's funny that, you know, because I've been noticing this. I keep meeting people and they say, oh, my parents or whatever have got cancer. And I say, yeah, but have you got anybody who sort of died of the virus? And they say no. And it's like, that's a good point, isn't it? That,
The day starts peacefully enough at a community vaccination center. The auditor is documenting what he calls a historic moment, and his conversation with the staff is polite, almost gentle. But music, that calm shatters the instant a manager appears. Her first words are wall of resistance. Notice how the auditor immediately frames his work as journalism. It's a strategic move to establish a public interest argument. The tension you feel is the sudden shift from a friendly chat to a raw clash of wills.
sorry? If it was a BBC crew that had come down and was saying, oh, we'd like to interview you about the great work you're doing with the vaccine, yeah, would you say, no, I'm not doing that?
I'm not saying it's not my place to say anything if I'm,
Sorry?
I said it's not my place to if I'm down to, the discussion goes with on
Yeah, but if the
helping.
Sky News crew came down, and they wanted to film you and...
When you wanted to come down, I'm sure they'd ring and book an appointment or they'd ask permission if we were happy for you to come down and do that.
Yeah, I mean, be genuine. Would you say, yeah, that'd be okay, I want to be on TV? Okay, well then it's not your place then, if I wanted to film you, for you to object, is it?
Well, it is because that's how I feel publicly, whether I want my, to be put on video.
Yeah, okay, I understand what you mean, but if I was round your house over your fence, and you were, yeah, right, exactly, right, that's your place, right, but in public, like you just said, is it your place?
But you're not in a public place, this is hired by Claire or by Amicus, so you're not.
The Bow property is the entire car park.
Yeah, but it's got public access, isn't it? And it's a community centre, and I'm part of the community. You know, I mean, I'm not being hostile or anything. I'm just coming to have a chat. Yeah. So why would you want to say that I'm, you know, on private property? Well, you called the police. Have you called the police? Really? You've called the police because I'm asking questions. Now, do you think that's right?
I'm asking you not to film me, so please step away.
Well, this is different now. If you've called the police, that's quite hostile.
But then that's my human rights. I'm asking you to stop filming me.
There isn't a human right to say that you're not allowed to be filmed. I've pressed pause then, I've just pressed record again. I was just saying, I've just phoned the police. Sorry, they've just phoned the police. Like, I think that's a bit sort of unnecessary. Like, I'm not being rude, I'm not being aggressive, I'm just asking questions.
After a brief pause, the auditor circles back to the staff with a brilliant question. Would they object to Sky News filming? This is a classic tactic used to expose a double standard. It forces the person to either admit a bias against citizen journalists or awkwardly refuse a major news outlet. But instead of an answer, we get an escalation. The threat of calling the police becomes a reality. The conversation is over. A confrontation is beginning.
I haven't even expressed an opinion one way or the other. No. I think in a free country we should be allowed to do stuff, don't you?
Well, yeah, you're not doing that.
Yeah. I mean, you said that you don't want me to film you, and you know, that lady's working, you know, she's on the front line. I think I've got a right to film her. I mean, I have got a right to film you, but I've respected you because you said you didn't want me to. But, yeah. Because...
Just to see what the police say when they get in.
Yeah, yeah. Be interesting, wouldn't it? You did phone the police, didn't you? You did phone the police. You're not making it up, are you? Well, any of you, apparently I was told that I was having a conversation with this chap, and then he said
You can't be filming your patients.
No, I haven't filmed patients.
How do you know?
Because I asked them, like this
You're
lady.
not filming people coming in
No.
to the building.
No.
Because the police are responding on the basis of that.
So you have phoned the police?
Yeah.
Do you think it's appropriate to phone the police?
I think it's appropriate if you're filming on patients.
No, I don't film on patients. I asked this lady if she minded me filming, and she said she didn't want me to film her, so I haven't filmed her.
Okay, but the lady in here that you filmed...
She wasn't a patient, she's the receptionist.
You to have said you filmed them and questioned them, they were very uncomfortable.
No, I didn't film them, I've questioned.
You're making our patients feel uncomfortable, that's why we called the police, and yes...
Do you think that's appropriate? Really? Well, in this day and age, when we're kind of in a free society.
Please push away from my patients.
Yeah, I will. All right. Sorry, is your patient gone now?
Sorry?
Is your patient gone now? I don't want to film patients, as you say.
I don't really want you filming me either.
But don't you think you're on the front line of a national news story?
I don't have to be filmed.
No.
So
But-
I'm asking you not to film me.
But I think this is important. It's newsworthy.
I'm asking you not to film me.
But it's newsworthy.
Please stop filming.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll point the camera away from you. Because you said you don't mind, didn't you?
I'm now telling you I would not like to be filmed.
All right.
I'd like you to stop filming myself.
Well, I think it's this newsworthy event.
You can think what you like, but I'm asking you to stop filming.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Please
I don't
don't
have
film
to
me.
ask you a question.
All right,
I'm
but
not
just...
here to be interviewed.
No,
When
no.
you filming me, I don't really want to discuss anything you said.
If somebody was like being a hero, right, like putting out a fire, right, and you was like filming them like the fireman putting out a fire, do you think they're going to come over and say, excuse me sir, I don't like you filming me, right? Or if somebody had just smashed a jeweller's shop window and was taking off the goods and I was filming, would you think he would say, oh please sir, can you not film me? I rest my case.
It's now confirmed. The police are on their way. The stakes have just been raised from a simple disagreement to a police matter. The auditor doesn't back down. Instead, he uses a powerful analogy comparing his filming of so-called music frontline heroes to documenting a crime. It's a sharp argument designed to ask a pointed question. Are you acting like heroes or like people with something to hide?
Legal reasons, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So national importance.
Well, it's public interest. Lots of people interested in this subject. Obviously, it's on the news all the time, isn't it?
Are you on about the COVID centre or?
Well, it's his vaccination centre.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
what you
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Right?
Right. What's your name then?
PC Banks.
Banks. Strong and Banks. 7909. Right.
What's been going on today?
Nothing. I'm just having a little chat with the vaccine people. I was a bit shocked, really, that they thought it was appropriate to phone the police.
I think they're a bit shocked considering it says inside every COVID vaccination centre with patient confidentiality.
Yeah.
You should be recording inside there and you're...
Yeah, but I didn't film any patients. And they know I didn't film any patients because I asked the patients if they wanted me to talk to them and if they wanted to be interviewed.
How comes one of the
I'm not giving you my
receptionists
name.
are
You're not
upset?
giving me a name?
No.
Okay. Why is that?
So I don't need to, do I? There's no lawful obligation, is there, for me to give you my
So
name?
we'll run your vehicle through our PNC
Yeah,
then
that's
and
fine.
just get your name off of that one.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, you don't know that. That's my vehicle, do you?
Well, if you got out of it, I'd hope you're insured on it, to be fair.
Well,
Otherwise that's an offence in itself, isn't it?
well, it's not actually on the highway, is it?
You'd have driven it here. I know there's 260
Not necessarily.
What is your purpose of being here? If you...
This is a
got any
community
intention-
centre and I'm a member of the community.
Okay.
That's fine.
What would you like to do today then?
Well, like I say, I mean, if this building was on fire, okay, and the fire crews were here, I'd be straight down here with my camera, and I'm sure the firemen would be quite pleased to be filmed and to be, especially if they were rescuing people and saving people. It just seems strange to me that the response of some heroes on the front line is that we're going to phone the police doing something wrong. That's more the response you'd expect to get from somebody who's smashing a jewellery shop window and stealing the jewels.
So I think their concern was that you were inside filming other people. And
No.
it was that medical confidentiality. That was their concern, all right?
Right, now they know that I wasn't filming anyone because they objected that I was filming the receptionist.
Okay. Were you?
Yeah,
Well, why were you filming the receptionist? Because that
because she's on the front line of a national emergency.
she doesn't want to be recorded. Data protection says that she doesn't need to be.
Yeah, but do you want to be recorded?
Not really, to be fair.
No,
You're
but have I got a
doing
right
it
to
for us, so
have I got a right to record you?
do what you want, mate.
Yeah, but have I got a right to record you?
We are in the public domain,
Right.
so but she is working in her private job. I would say no.
Well, I would say she's in the public domain. She's doing the vaccination thing, which is government paid
Do you
for and
have a
funded.
vaccine here today, sir?
What's that got to do with anything? That's private and confidential.
I'm just wondering why you're here.
On
I've
that
just
basis,
explained to you.
So is everyone else that is in the vaccine centre getting a vaccine?
No, my
And therefore, by you recording it, you're not letting them have their personal space, and instead you're recording it.
yeah, but I've already
you don't
told
want to
you.
tell us if
I've
you're
already
having
told
the
you, haven't I, that I'm not filming people who are getting the vaccine. I was interviewing the people in the centre, the staff. So I've already told you that.
The first officer arrives and her initial line of questioning is about patient confidentiality, a very common but often misplaced concern in these audits. The auditor calmly confirms he hasn't filmed any patients. Pay close attention to what happens next. The officer can't get his name, so she turns and reads his vehicle registration. This is a standard police counter move when someone exercises their right to remain silent.
Yeah, it's Whiskey Foxtrot 57 Alpha Zulu Victor. Should be a grey BMW.
Is your name Brett Chamberlain by any chance?
No comment.
Yes, yes, please.
Why are you so concerned about getting my details?
Because you don't feel very cooperative and we're just trying to speak to you, mate.
Well, I'm speaking to you. I'm cooperating. I'm speaking to you. The only thing I haven't told you is my name. I mean, you've got a duty to give me your name. You're a police officer. I haven't got any obligation to give you my name. I'm doing something perfectly lawful and legal in the public interest. A lot of people are interested in this subject, and yet you think it's appropriate to nefariously get my details from my car.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not actually that bothered about giving my details. It's just a matter of principle that I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm perfectly within my rights to film in public and talk to and interview the people on the front line here. I don't think it's appropriate that they've called the police. Do you think it's appropriate they called the police?
Well, you've made someone cry, so I need to go and check why they're so upset, don't I? Did you enter the building?
No.
Okay.
It's a community centre anyway. It's a community
centre.
centre.
Bear with me 2 seconds.
Yep.
And I'll come back.
Okay. Do you think it's appropriate use of police time?
Sorry, I'm just on the PTP to my sergeant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all received, Sarge. My colleagues on the site Sorry, I was just on a... wasn't being rude to you.
That's all
Just
right,
on
thank you.
PTP there.
Well, I've noticed that though. Quite a lot of police officers, they kind of like come up and speak to a member of the public, and then halfway through a conversation, they'll sort of get distracted on their radio.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, like if I did that, if I said, you know, we were talking, I was just, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll have chicken and chips, yeah, right. That'd be kind of rude, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately, Brett, it's just one of those things. We've got lots going on in our area. We've got officers all over Mid Devon, East Devon, Exeter. There's lots going on. We need to keep our ear out, because if a proper emergency comes in, I might have to deploy to it.
Yeah, you're assuming my name's Brett.
The interaction is suddenly supercharged with a heavy allegation. A staff member has apparently gone home in tears. This is a game show. It shifts the complaint from a legal debate about filming rights to an emotional one about causing distress. This is a powerful tool against auditors because it can be used to justify police action. A second, much calmer officer now takes the lead, and music. You can feel the entire mood change.
Just when it seems this calmer officer might de-escalate things, a new sergeant arrives. His first words aren't for discussion. They are a direct command that will test the very limits of police authority on public land.
I'll call you Sarah if you prefer.
That would be nice, thank you. That's a rare thing. I met a police officer not long back, and he said that he won't be calling me sir.
Okay.
I thought that was...
I'm happy to call you sir.
Thank you.
Until,
very kind
as
of you,
such,
thank you.
You are disrespectful to me.
I won't
And
be disrespectful to you.
fine.
No.
So I feel like this is okay.
Yeah.
And for now, let's leave it at that.
No, I respect the police. Okay, as long as you respect the citizens of this country's rights.
Yeah,
You know, I've got a right to film. I've got a right to ask questions. I haven't got a right to be rude. I haven't got a right to be hostile. I think I've got a right to film people in public, especially people who are being funded by the government and carrying out a public service like that.
You do have a right to film. I've not said
Yeah,
that you haven't.
yeah.
The concern is that you may cause some distress to a female inside. That's why we're here.
Of what, harassment, alarm and distress?
I don't know. I haven't been inside. I do not know. But the call has come in, so we need to just investigate it, don't we?
Yeah.
We need to take everything from both sides.
You do. Do you think that the police always seem to take the side of the complainant? That's quite interesting, I find.
I would say no.
Well,
You take both sides of the story. If you were to be arrested, let's say, you get your side of the story as well by means of questioning. So, no, it needs to be investigated in full, doesn't it? And we take everything as a whole as opposed to one person's perspective.
I've found that the police seem to take the side of the complainant.
Okay.
As you sort of come down here, for example, not you, but other police. I'm not necessarily saying you, because you've been as good as gold, to be fair. Right? They get a call, they come down, and they think, well, what can we do to sort this situation out, this problem? You know, and maybe in this case, you might think the solution is for me to go away. Yeah, but a sort of impartial view would be, well, he's not doing anything wrong. There's no crime being committed here, so it's not a police matter.
Okay, I can understand your perspective as well.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. I'm saying to you, we need to find out what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to see if someone has been affected by your presence here. You have a right to be here. That's fine.
Okay.
I've already said that. But we need to take everything as a whole, don't we? I can't just take your word for it, because then she wouldn't be happy. And I can't just take her word for it, because then you wouldn't be happy.
Do you think it's important that people stick up for their rights?
I think it is, yes.
Yeah, I don't think so too. That we go out and we protest and we say what we think, what we feel, as long as we're not saying anything obviously that's offensive.
Everyone has a right to their own opinion and
Yeah.
to voice that opinion, but it's how it's done, isn't it, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she on the phone still. I like your hair like that, by the way.
Thank you. I did it myself, actually.
It must be quite difficult.
Do you know what? I've had horses for years, and I think just constant platting them for different shows and things like that, I just...
I've got a great
Second
question
nature
for
now.
you then, as a police officer, because I've often wondered this, right? Why do police use horses in like protests and stuff like that? I can't see the benefit of it.
As the new officer tries to build rapport, the conversation takes a surreal turn into a discussion about police horses. This might, music, seem totally random, but it's a clever tactic by the auditor. It's a pattern interrupt designed to break the police script, test the officer's personality, and subtly take control of the interaction, all while the underlying tension keeps simmering.
If necessary. That's
Cool.
why they use it.
But that horse was startled not long back and ran off, didn't it? And the police officer got hit in the face by the traffic lights. Oh, you must have seen that.
No, I didn't
The horse
hear about
bolted. I think someone might have thrown a firework, and the horse bolted, and this lady got a traffic light right in the face, and she got knocked off and quite badly injured. And I think, well, again, you know, like I don't see the point of horses in the city in protests. You know, another thing, what about if a horse kicks some? Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Well, this is
It's
what
that
I'm
kind of
asking you.
thing. It's an opinion.
This is why I'm asking you. So, like, you say, oh, it's public order, but that hasn't given me an explanation as to how having horses at a protest,
I just said to you, crowd control. That's
crowd
why
control.
they're-
But I don't understand that either.
Okay.
Like, okay, a horse could kick someone in the face, couldn't it?
I suppose it could.
And it could be a completely innocent person, a young lady, and you probably know how dangerous a horse kick can be. You can get killed by a horse kick,
Yeah.
and we don't know when an animal's scared that they're not going to kick out.
They're highly trained animals, but I do not have enough experience with the mounted section
All
to
right.
give an opinion on it.
Okay, fair
All
enough.
I'm saying to you is that they are used for public order in crowd control.
It seems to be like an old thing from like years ago, before we even had cars and anything. We used to have the cavalry. There seems to be a throwback to that. I can't actually see any practical application in modern policing.
Well, that's okay. If you can't see
No.
it, then that's fine, but lots of people do.
So you don't fancy a job then in mounted police?
I might one day.
Yeah.
No, wait and see. See where it takes me.
Yeah.
I like Devon and Cornwall though, and Devon and Cornwall don't have a mounted section.
Why don't they have a mounted section then?
We don't have the requirement for it down here.
But you could go chasing the hunt, couldn't you, when they're going fox hunting?
They're not used for that.
But that
Not
needs
really for that
policing though,
purpose.
doesn't it?
Sorry?
That needs policing, surely, and the best way to get the hunt on horses and the chasing the foxes, which is against law, would be to have mounted police going over them after their head. Would you like to do that?
Perhaps. I mean,
Or do you go hunting yourself?
that isn't relevant, is it really?
No, well, that's just a good question, I think.
It's not really relevant.
No, okay. You do it.
As I say, it's not relevant to ask my personal life.
No, you wouldn't do that, because it's against the law,
here-
isn't it, to go hunting foxes?
I'm here as a police officer
Yeah.
for this event.
Yeah.
Right
As a law-abiding citizen, I'm sure you wouldn't go fox hunting. You would. You wouldn't, would you? Because it's against the law. It is against the law still, isn't it?
Are you trying to antagonise me?
No, I'm asking you genuinely.
I feel like you are. So I think let's just deal with the situation we've got here. Alright?
Right.
Let me have a chat with my colleague and see what's going on in.
But it's against the law, fox hunting. Why wouldn't you just say straight away, it's against the law, of course I don't do fox hunting.
The strange chat about horses gets more pointed. The auditor begins probing the officer's personal views, even asking about fox hunting, a legally sensitive topic. He's turning the tables, subtly questioning her integrity in the same way he feels his is being questioned. Her refusal to answer shows she understands the trap. This isn't small talk. It's a strategic dance.
Personal life, whether I fox hunted or I didn't fox hunt, has absolutely nothing to do with
Do you smoke
this
cannabis?
situation. Yeah. Has absolutely nothing to do with this here. So let's find out.
A little bit.
No, it's just a...
Sergeant.
Yeah.
So
Do I know him? What's his name?
he's called Sergeant Jones. Have you met him before?
I don't know. Did he say he's met me?
He knows of you.
Jones. What's his first name?
Not going to give you his first name. He's a Tiverton sergeant. Just speaking with him.
I think I have, yeah. I think he
We've
investigated a complaint where I was unlawfully arrested by a couple of thugs.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
So on this occasion, well, I'm just going to talk about this instance.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about smoking cannabis or fox hunting and whatever else is going on.
Right.
Essentially,
You don't do that,
a
do you?
member of staff here
Yeah.
is being quite upset by your questioning and things like that. So whether there's an offence there or not,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Okay.
right now, what we're going to do as officers is ask you to leave the area
Right. What's that
based
then?
on the fact that you're distressing and causing a bit of alarm to the people that are within the building.
Right.
So if you choose not to leave,
But am I doing anything
continue
unlawful?
that, then we could consider a course of harassment,
Right.
which is based on more than one occasion.
Right. It's 3 occasions, I think, isn't it?
More than one.
Okay.
So it can be 2. So if I ask asking you to leave right now, and you choosing to stay,
Right.
would be a breach of that. So
Well, I
I'm
haven't-
asking you, just as a civilian to civilian, if you could leave the area to stop causing them a bit of an alarm and distress and harassment, because essentially what they're trying to do in there is provide vaccines to people of the public.
Yeah.
And right now they're focused on you because they're a bit unsure about what's going on, and by the fact that they've sent a member of staff home who's been quite distressed and upset,
Right.
doesn't seem very fair.
But I didn't say anything unkind to her or rude to her. I just, she said to me
We
that she.
don't know her background, so, and I haven't had the chance to speak to her, but she's obviously been upset enough to go home, which doesn't seem very fair.
Well, I'm not being funny, but it's probably not appropriate to put somebody with a sensitive disposition like that on the front line of a major story like this. All I did was ask her, you know, how she felt about it and stuff like that. And
Well, on the point that she's asked you to stop recording and you've continued with that, but at this time, in this place, we're asking you to leave the area,
Yeah.
and furthermore, if we do get more reports of it,
yeah,
then we'll be considering a course of harassment. So
Right.
it's your choice, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want anything going on a criminal record if you've already been arrested.
so
or
let's just get
anything
this
like
clear, right? I haven't got a criminal record.
that. Okay.
So let's just get this clear.
Did you mention that you'd been arrested?
I have been arrested, and on both occasions I've taken civil action, and the police have, yeah.
What have they done, sorry?
Well, there's compensation offers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so are you
So
happy
let's
to,
not-
are you happy to do that then? To leave the area?
Well, you didn't say that. You said that if I go in there and harass them again.
And here's the moment the atmosphere chills. A sergeant steps forward and his tone is completely different. He isn't here to talk about rights. He's here to give an order. Leave the area. He immediately uses the allegation of the crying staff member to justify what he's about to do, building a case for harassment. The auditor is now facing a direct challenge to his right to be there.
Because I don't think I have harassed them, but if you're saying that is,
So harassment, alarm or distress.
Yeah.
You've caused distress to the female who's therefore gone home.
yeah, but you
The
could be
alarm
dressed
is
as a
being
clown,
caused to
couldn't
the
you?
people.
You could be dressed as a clown, and somebody could be scared of clowns and burst
Someone
into tears.
asked me to stop standing in their face and recording, I
Yeah.
would do so to stop the fact of them being harassed. So
Yeah.
you're causing alarm now to the people that are stood inside on the basis that you've made one of their colleagues cry who's gone home.
Yeah.
You're still pursuing that course where you're recording them, even though they've asked you to stop. They're
Right.
trying to protect people's information, like their names and stuff like that, and the identity of those who are going in to go and get medical treatment, because that's
Yeah.
what a COVID vaccine is.
Yeah.
It's a treatment.
Right.
Well, not a treatment, it's a vaccination, and we don't record inside doctors and things like that. So we're just asking you to leave the area. It's quite simple, but if
Yeah.
you don't, then
But-
we'll go further.
Well, hang on. You said that if I go in there again and speak to them, you'd say that would be possibly harassment. Yeah. And now you're saying I've got to leave the area, and I've got a right to be here. This is a
Yeah,
community centre.
Sir, we're asking you to leave the area. Okay?
Yeah, like I said to you earlier, you'll come down here, instead of being impartial, you'll take the complainant side, and the solution will be to tell me I've got to leave the area, even though I'm in public property, I'm in a community centre, I'm a member of this community.
We could quite simply
Why-
ask someone to leave a Tesco's car park if we think that they've been being a bit
Causing
abusive
someone
to
to
someone.
Am I
or
being
causing
abusive,
distress
though?
or
I'm not
anything
being
like that.
abusive.
No, of course you're not.
We haven't said you have. But your actions here, you
Yeah.
are welcome to film here. We have said that to you.
Thank you.
But when your actions are causing alarm and distress to another person,
Yeah.
that's when it
Well, that's
becomes an
happened
issue.
now, and she's gone home. So
How
that's.
do you feel about making someone so upset that they've had to go home?
How do I feel about? I don't want her to be upset, and I don't know why she would be upset. Like I said, I think that maybe she's probably not in the right job if she gets
Offer
upset.
her an apology if I was to speak to her?
Yeah, say I'm sorry for making her cry, but you know, I think this thing needs to be an open, a frank discussion. You know, I think we should be able to talk. Surely that's what our democracy is built on. Our freedoms and everything are all built on the fact that we should be able to go and talk to each
I'd
other.
love to talk. However, at the time, it feels like there's a lot of questions to the extent that you're testing us as police officers, but you're also being a bit inquisitive to the inside of the COVID vaccination centre, and I think that's the bit that has made people a bit sort of alarmed in that sense, and hence why they've reported it to us in the first place. But normal
have you had a vaccine? I mean, you don't have to answer this, right? But were you not inquisitive when you went, assuming you had a vaccine, right? I'm just assuming. Were you not inquisitive about the details and what it was like? Did you ask your friends and say, oh yeah, what happened and where did they jab you and how long did you have to wait and stuff like that? No, we're inquisitive, like, and there's lots of people who are inquisitive.
But when you're putting a camera in someone's face and it's causing her such distress that she has had to leave her job and go home, that's when it's not okay.
So is clowns all right?
Sorry?
Are clowns okay? Because some people are scared of clowns. Would you like to ban? No, I'm not, because cameras. Everyone's got a camera on their phone.
Ask you to leave the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You have been told the consequences if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't want this to go any further.
Yeah.